Hello, everybody. My name's Chachi. That's Tom. Welcome to week 2 of our off-season show. It's a lot happened. Uh, so Max Crosby's not a Raven. Uh, beat shortest lived tenure in history of mankind. Him and T.O., the greatest Ravens that never were. Man, the Ravens are starting to rack them up. They have a hell of a what could have been team. Even though
Oh God, you did. I forgot all about that.
yeah, T.O. was like, no. It's so funny. He said, I ain't playing
Tio
with
said
Calabola.
no.
I'm not playing with Calabola. Fuck you. That was funny.
I mean,
Excuse me.
I
Excuse
mean,
the
I
language.
don't blame anybody for not wanting to play with Kyle
I
Bowler.
know. I still think Clarence Moore would have been a hell of a player if he didn't play with Kyle Bowler. Me.
Dude, dude,
Anyway, what do you think, Tom?
it's bad when Anthony Wright beat him out.
Yes.
And it's like, hey, we have a quarterback controversy.
Ravens do
Are
have
we
like the
sure?
goats of backup quarterbacks. They really do. They had Tyrod. They had Anthony Wright. They got even though Tyrod ended up becoming a pretty good like quarterback in general, but I'm saying like they always got like really good backups.
He had to because they're start. Maybe it's because their starters are so trash.
Hey, you listen. Flacco's good and Mulmar's really good, so we
And
okay.
once they got McNair,
Yeah,
it's all changed,
yeah, yeah.
right? They had to get someone legit.
But Bowler, wow, that really poor Billick, man. He got fucked. They fired that man because of that guy. Anyway,
I mean, Billick never had like it's kind of crazy for him being this offensive genius. He just never had the quarterback. I
no,
mean,
no.
it goes to show you that's why that Ravens team is so phenomenal. It's like, dude, you had Trent over.
Hey, that shows you how good Ozzy was, though. That motherfucker, the way he built them players he found on defense are crazy. I can't believe that shit. That was wild. But yeah. So off season's going. People are getting traded. It's been crazy. So the Ravens said no during the physical. I think they were just trying to get out of it because they gave up 2 firsts. They didn't want it, and Trey Hendrickson's price went down. So they were like, hey, guess what? Hey, how about you come to our team? And I'm like, okay, I guess. Now they lost a lot of people, and a lot is saying something. Is this more than a lot? Oh, like 9 people. Tom, I don't get the Keaton Mitchell thing because you just let him go when you could have got something for him, which is really
Who did
weird.
who did he who did he go
The Chargers, and which is a good fit.
to?
I will not lie. Um,
So you have Baltimore Ravens West and Baltimore Ravens
yeah, I mean it's
North.
weird. Most of them went to the Chargers and the what are they? The Giants. So, by the way, I like what the Giants are doing. If their quarterback pans out, they'll be pretty good, I guess. I do like the safety too for the Ravens if he can stay healthy. What's it, 29? Washington Darius is really good when he's healthy. Isaiah Likely,
Didn't
I'm
you?
glad he's getting a shot to be
Didn't
a
the
number
one?
one.
Who was the one corner you liked? He went over to someone too
Oh God,
from
which
the
one?
Ravens.
Which corner? Cheetah Bay came
I
back.
don't know.
Um,
Not him.
oh God, you're talking about Ardarius. I think you're talking about Ardarius, no?
No, he wasn't the one. Someone else got or he got signed. I don't remember.
Ravens
Dude, I saw
corner.
it fly. To your point, free agency is wild because it's just like so much news and so many transactions. But
I would like the move of Malik Willis to the Dolphins, but I don't know how they're going to sign anyone because they're giving Tua all that money, which is crazy too. That's very weird.
they'll kick the can. I mean, look, they still have Jalen. They still have Jaden, or is it Jalen Waddle?
Yeah,
Yeah, Jalen Waddle. They have. They don't have Gesicki. That was a long
Achan's
time ago.
really good. He's really
They,
good.
they have pieces, right? I'm not, and also like Tyreek's still on the roster, right? He didn't get
Yep,
traded
yep.
yet,
Let's give some love
so
to Tom's pack. They're doing really well. They're making some good moves. I like them. They're getting rid of people that I actually am not the biggest like fans of. Romeo Dobbs is kind of up and down. New England to me is
dude,
my issue.
how Romeo Dobbs got $80 million is beyond me.
Oh, and I want to give the Ravens credit. Hawkins, who they signed from New England, is actually a really solid player. That was actually a good sign to get back like their little third safety they like to use. I think he could really help. He's a solid player. Had a great season last year. Really good season. Like that
Yeah, I
signing.
mean, yeah,
DJ
well,
Moore, I like the move for Buffalo, but also I think it's
he's okay.
same thing with
I'm not
CJ.
really.
Same thing with the CJ Gardner Johnson thing. I'm like overrated move. I mean, I get it, but I think
You know who more reminds me of?
who?
Stephon Diggs. He's a number two. He's
Yeah.
not a number one. So like you traded you traded for a number two wide receiver. That's good, but he's so inconsistent, and like, I mean, he might develop because now he has a really good quarterback.
Oh, and I
But
gotta say,
I don't know.
The Raiders guys. Listen, everybody's like, oh, they did such a great job. If you go over the list of players they signed, most of them are mid as hell, especially the linebackers. I'm like, they're pretty good. Quay Walker and Nakobe Dean. I'm like, you're kind of small now too. They can just run on you and beat you up and space you out.
Chach, I'm laughing because like there's a bunch of people running their mouth about Quay, like saying the Packers didn't use him right, and I'm like, no, like Quay was who he was.
Yes.
It's okay. I thought he played good football in stretches, and then he played a lot of bad football and was exposed. Like I said,
Well,
he's a space cadet when it comes to coverage.
and
So,
I don't mean
like,
to poop on like their signings, but like you're talking about a guy like Quay, you got to watch a lot. Tyler Lindenbaum, think he's really good. I do not think
he ain't
he's
worth the best
no.
interior money in the
He's not
market.
better.
No.
He's not better than Creed Humphrey. He's not. I've seen them play each other a lot of times. He's a better center. It's not close. That guy blocks everybody in pass blocking too. He does a really good job. He does.
Yep.
Tyler Lindenbaum has had games where guys were owning him in the middle. I'm just gonna be honest with you. So especially in pass, now pass blocking's hard for a center. I'm not making fun of him, but it's just I don't think he's. Let me put it this way, Tom. I don't think he's.
I'll agree to disagree with you on pass blocking for a
Okay.
center. Remember,
Okay.
you're protected by two guards, man. Like
Okay.
that actually. Now, yeah, look, you're not wrong with like Linderbaum. I think this is a problem with free agency, man. Most NFL teams aren't letting their best players get to free agency. If they are, they suck, right? So, um, you're overpaying all the time, and that's what's crazy. But the thing is, in the league, the cap just keeps going one way, up. So it's easy for these teams to just overpay. And what they do is they figured out how to manipulate the salary cap rules where they can push money. If as long as they have enough cash up front, they pay a lot of it, and then it becomes a shorter contract. They just cut the guy, and then they move on. So, but yeah, like I don't know. Any of the teams that spent a ton of money, even like Tennessee, it's like your roster was so bad you had to spend all this money just to maybe get you to 6 wins. You know?
Yeah, I do like their jerseys. I'll give them that. I
Isn't
like
it
their
the sad
jerseys.
thing?
I do like their jerseys. I do. I like them. I like them. The
Yeah, that's
logo.
why.
The logo's a little
That's why.
weird.
That's why Fanatics had to have the sale.
Yeah. I will never. I'm sorry. Like the Giants always. The Giants jerseys just get on my nerves because all you gotta do is put the helmet back the way it was, and you'd have the best jerseys, guys. I don't understand why you changed that. New York NY looks so stupid. Just put Giants on the side. What are we doing? You had it,
No.
and you ruined it. The '80s Giants uniforms are still my favorite ever. They're so clean. They got Giants. It's like the two different blues. Oh, it's so pretty. And you know how I know they're the best ones?
They went like super simple, and it's just weird now.
No, yeah, y'all don't even play in New York. It looks weird. Just be the Giants. It's kind of cool. I'm like,
Well, I wonder if that's probably. I bet you if you go into logo history, that's why they made sure they did that, because people were like, "Well, they technically play in New Jersey," doing that stupid stuff.
yeah. Just the NY looks terrible. Just go back to Giants was so cool.
I want to go back to Baltimore and Green Bay real quick.
Yeah.
I'll start with Green Bay.
Yeah.
Green Bay did a really good job of addition by subtraction.
Okay.
Rashawn Gary. I'm still laughing.
That is such a bad. Dallas.
Jerry traded for him and gave us a 4th-round pick. He has like the 3rd highest cap hit of like any defensive player in the NFL. And he's mid. He's not even mid anymore. Funny. I don't know what happened.
That's true.
The fact that Goody got out of that pick, or the fact we got a pick out of it, right? Like, that's the thing. Everybody's crushing, they were crushing Green Bay at the time for Parsons because, like, you gave up 2 first-rounders. Guys, Green Bay doesn't do well picking in the first round. Next year, they have probably with the compensation picks and, like, getting that 4th-round pick, I think they got, like, 12 picks.
Jesus.
Right? Yeah, it's all about, the draft is, again, all about, I can't keep telling I can tell you this till the cows come home, but you got to have a lot of picks, and you got to take swings and misses if you're going to give up first-rounders, right? That's what, like, the Rams did when they would go get, Jalen Ramsey, all these guys. So it's the same concept, right?
I like what they did. They're
Um,
all in, by the way. They're going. They got their corners because that was their weak spot last year. They addressed it very well. So.
yeah, man. They just gotta hope like. They, I mean, I'd be interested. What I'm interested. So I've heard 2 rumors with backup quarterbacks.
Uh-huh.
So the Packers might be interested in either getting Kirk, or I kind of like this one because I think they could help this guy resurrect his career a little bit. Richardson.
Ooh, I like that a lot. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so I think Richardson also is talking to one of my friends. He would really love him to go to like LA and just learn from McVay.
They said he
Right?
might go to. They said the
Trade.
Ravens were in on that too. I remember. Now that you're saying that.
So I think that'd be a great move for LA too, because I'm telling you they're a year or two away from like
Man.
they're going to be in quarterback hell.
Oh,
because they don't have an answer.
There's no succession
plan.
They're
just like ride this out.
Yeah.
But it is gonna burn them. It doesn't matter how good of receivers you have if they can't run McVay's system.
Oh yeah.
Which honestly, I don't think their organization would be upset with if we had a down year. So because they might get a higher pack, or they might be able to trade again for someone.
Oh yeah.
You never know, man. Les Snead, he's a beast.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, the other thing though, like so Green Bay, I love the Zaire Franklin trade, right? He's older.
Love that.
But you know what, guys? He's physical.
He's good. He's good, man.
Right?
He's really good.
Dude, I just love it. I just love it because I like I said, they did a little addition by subtraction. They got rid of some guys that they're not the core that's going to go win you a Super Bowl. And I think they're part of the cancer. They're not the cancer in the locker room. I don't want to say that, but they're the guys that just when you need them to make the effort, it's not there, right? So the guys like Franklin's going to bring an attitude that is needed on that defense, right? Like that defense would frustrate me is when Parsons was not on the field.
Yep.
They just wouldn't take over, right? That's a guy that helps that. They got Saint Baptiste. He played with the Chargers in Washington, signed him to like 2-year, $10 million deal. Just great for depth, right? He's big, long. I like it.
Yeah.
Then they got, so this is what's great because they didn't sign. It's not a free agent, right? So Javon Hargrave got cut by the Vikings, and they picked him up. He's a really good interior player. Vikings are in cap hell.
Yeah, it's nice. And they signed Kyler Murray.
Gannon, right? Yeah. That's huge for the depth, right? So I think what Green Bay did was address a lot. They've addressed a lot of holes. Hey, they let Rasheed Walker walk because they're going to let Jordan Morgan play left tackle. They let Romeo Doubs walk because guess what? Matthew Golden's better, and he needs to play, right? I think, and they got the other underrated move, guys. Green Bay actually legitimately signed a kick returner. And they said, I was like, wait, did hell freeze over? So I've been excited by just, there's a lot of little moves.
Who'd they get a kick returner? I did not see that one.
They got Sky Moore.
Oh, okay, that's pretty good. Okay.
Dude, at this point, I'd actually take a garbage can if it would just fair catch the ball, but
yo, you're funny.
Because watching Romeo Doubs continue to be the human changeup at kick return is just it's so cringe.
Yeah. Oh man, that's
But on the Ravens side, like I will say this, they lost a lot. These moves aren't detrimental.
No, I agree. No, I was saying they had that moment.
I might say that might hurt a little. Ricard is phenomenal.
Yeah.
He's a lineman as a fullback.
Yeah.
You just don't see that. So, and when I watch the Packers and Ravens play, I'm just like, dude, it's a 6 offensive lineman every time coming at you.
Yep.
Good luck.
Likely my problem with everyone even me I like Likely, but they didn't use him, so it's not really a big loss because wasn't going to be used as much as he's going to be used somewhere else, right? So I'm like, that's not really a problem because this is beneficial for everybody, right? The Ravens waste them, so why even bother, right? So like you said, it's not like a big loss. They don't use them a lot, so
Yeah, and also, like, I was having a discussion with some of my family, and someone mentioned they think he kind of hit his peak. I was like, I don't know what you
No,
mean.
no, no, no,
Like,
no,
he's
no,
not
no.
used enough. So I also hope
Heck no.
that's where, I hope that's where we likely just to show people there's a lot more in there.
I have a couple
Because I
guys
agree.
that left this team that I think are going to do very well at their new places. I think Keaton Mitchell's going to have a very good season in, uh, I was about to say San Diego, Los Angeles. I'm telling you,
Okay,
they
so
got.
it's San Diego and Oakland. It always, forever and
They
always.
are the San Diego Chargers of Los Angeles. Okay, that's their name. Okay, we're gonna always call them that because that's what they are.
All right, Chris Berman. Okay.
No, like the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, the Los Angeles Chargers of San Diego. That's gonna be the name.
The
There you
Los
go.
Angeles Angels of Anaheim of Orange County of.
See, I messed it up. That's it. It's the Los Angeles Chargers of San Diego. That's their new name for us.
These nuts.
But yeah, dude, I'm telling you, like I think I told you that like 2 years ago. There are two guys on the team they just don't use, and I'm like Keaton Mitchell's back to full speed. Someone's gonna use him a lot. They're gonna throw screens to him. They're gonna run the wide runs with him in San Diego, and San Diego, Los Angeles, and they're gonna do great. I'm telling you, they're gonna have good seasons. I just feel like they're gonna be used a lot more. I think it's better for them. Like Tom said, it's not hurting the Ravens. They don't really use them, so like
Yeah.
it's kind of weird.
Well, you know what I was curious about, Chach, and maybe Green Bay was in on it and they just couldn't get him. So Green Bay let Wilson walk, right? Their backup running back. They signed Brooks. That's actually an area of need. They don't have, because like,
dude, I thought that would have been a great signing for
Marshawn
Green
Lloyd
Bay.
could be a big time. I think if he could just stay healthy. He's so talented. Every time everyone see him on the preseason, they're like, oh, whoa, he was the best running back in that draft, right?
Yeah.
Like everyone kept saying. And you see it. But the problem is, dude, he literally, like, he makes one cut and his hamstrings made like a freaking beef brisket where it just falls off the bone. It's so bad.
And I think we talked about it too, Tom. We were talking about like last year. I think Mitchell would fit their offense good because you got your pound, the guy that pounds it, and then he could be your speed guy for Green Bay.
Yeah.
But you know,
yes. That's what Green Bay kind of has right now. They just have 2-pounders. It's like that's Chris Brooks too. So I'm like, well,
and
so
you
what
bring
the
up,
heck are they gonna do?
and you bring up a good point though. Now for the Ravens, and I think the fan base gets on my nerves with this guy because yes, he's worked hard to be a better player. But Justice Hill kind of is just a guy. You know they're going to throw when he's in the game. He's not a good runner. I'm like, I like him, but I'm like, what does he really do? I don't know, man. He's a very overrated player. Never been a big fan.
Whoa.
So,
don't mess with Ali.
Right. I'm like, and that's your big. Maybe he's better than I think. I don't know. All I remember last year about Ali is they good in the preseason, but literally, dude, they put Keaton Mitchell back there at return man because after a while they were like, this dude just runs the ball forward for like 20 yards and then gives us the ball like the 20. Like put him, and then they started making plays. I'm like, what do we? I don't know. I don't know who that man. I don't know who that man pissed off in that organization, but they were just so like after he got hurt that one year and kind of like and honestly the year they lost in the championship game, that was a big injury no one talks about because if he would have stayed healthy, that's another problem for people to deal with, and he was really rolling that year. So
he's just so explosive. I mean, and you saw it this year. And yeah, that's where I'm like, because like what people need to understand in the NFL is you can do a death by 1,000 paper cuts on offense and defense, right? But eventually you have to have some level of explosion, right?
Yep.
In the pass game, but also the run game. When you have a home run threat, it makes defenses like that's what makes like so I think of like even Derrick Henry, why he's so special. For how big he is, he's a home run threat.
Oh, remember Jamal Lewis was like that too. He was big as hell, but then he would just get that second gear when he get in the secondary and just big dude running like that.
Yeah, and nobody's tackling those two guys, right? And it's kind of Josh Jacobs can do it, but good luck. Like you're gonna see it twice a year.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's true.
And also he's got to be like perfectly healthy. That guy's just I think like that's what I love this year. Green Bay said, hey, on the offensive line, so I think one of their best re-signs and best signings was they brought back Sean Ryan.
Uh-huh.
He's been so inconsistent at guard. Similar to what you're saying about Keaton Mitchell, Josh. Like Sean Ryan, I swear they never liked him and they wanted to bench him, right? And they decided, hey, so he had to play center when Elton Jenkins got hurt, and he actually played really, really well. And I think it's because, number one, he was, centers are protected by guards, right? He's allowed to be more aggressive, but make mistakes. You won't see it as often, right?
Uh-huh.
But they actually had something going. And I think they became a much more physical O-line and a better offensive line with him and Belton in there.
Uh-huh.
And it was huge. So, I think, and again, they got him for basically $11 million a year on a 3-year deal. And I mean, I think there's a lot of incentives laced in it. So, I love it because he's a tough heart and soul guy, and you need that. And I think just give him he only played half a season, and he was 10 times better than what we had.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, let him play a full year. Why not? What's the risk?
No,
I think Green Bay in the draft, I think that's something they're going to have to address is, hey, they need to get depth at center.
I like your whole thing. I like the whole thing you guys have done with your signings. I really do. Like you said, you fleeced Jerry for Rashawn Gary. You got a fourth for him.
Gutekunst with elderly abuse, man.
I can't. It's Jerry Jones, by the way. The Cowboys. I don't know what they're doing. They're very weird. They're signing. So you essentially let Michael Parsons go, and you've spent all this money on older guys, older than him, and not as good as him. Which I don't understand. This. It's very weird.
So, yeah. Well, they got 2 first-round picks. One which people forget. They gave up for Quinn Williams, who's also older.
Yes.
He's good.
Yes.
But so Kenny Clark had that was a bad re-sign. Like Green Bay doesn't like doing third contracts with players, and this was one of the reasons why, right?
Yep.
You saw it.
Yep.
And then you got bad contract but really old player.
Uh-huh.
And then Rashawn Gary, same thing. Bad contract, not old, but
yep.
The ACL just really.
Let me.
I don't know if he was ever going to be a double-digit sack guy, but you just kind of go, okay, so you got to pay that contract out, plus you're going to give us a fourth one.
Let me
giving us all your shit contracts and then handing us a Hall of Fame player.
Let me transition to a team that I think is doing a very good job. Let's give the Pittsburgh Steelers some credit. Rico Dowdle, that's a good signing. He played with the offensive coordinator. Was a couple years ago when he was in Dallas, so he's kind of used to that. With Mike McCarthy, he was part of that whole thing with the coach. Got him.
And they did have to replace Gainwell. That's a tough loss.
I see. Everybody likes him a lot better than me. I always remember him as the dude that fumbles in big spots. In Philadelphia, he always pissed me off. It was like the game would be close and he'd have a shit fumble, and I was like, this dude, every time it's a tough spot. I don't like him. Maybe Aaron likes him. I never trust him.
I think Aaron likes him because the guy understands football. He really does. Like, he's smart. So
that's one of the times. That's one of the times. I will never like him. Every time I watched him, he would just do something stupid, like fumble the ball, and I'm like, get him out of here. I can't do it. I don't like little running backs that don't really do anything. I'm like, get him out of here. I will crap on Kenny Gainwell. I don't care. I'm kidding. He's good. I'm just messing with you. No, he actually has gotten a lot better from when he was a young player. That's why I respect him. And good for him getting the money, man. He's a good player. I'm just like, I think Dowdle helps him.
Honestly,
I wish they could have kept. I wish they could have kept both of them. They're really good players.
What I was gonna say is this is why I love I do always love when other teams get to have Favre and Rodgers. I think it gives me even more appreciation for how good those guys were.
Uh-huh.
He's sometimes because you have them for so long, you don't understand. You don't know what you have sometimes till you leave, till it's gone. Is always the saying. Even with Rodgers, so that game against Baltimore, you still appreciate for dude, this guy is so damn smart, and his accuracy is still pinpoint. He can't make some of those throws because he doesn't have the strength.
Oh yeah,
he doesn't have the legs.
So we gotta give him credit there.
He can throw some dots still.
Look, I still.
He gets you in the right play every damn time, and it's just kind of fun to watch because you're it just brings back a lot of memories of, he was that good.
Yeah, we have like fun on here. Not fun on here. We're serious when we say it. I don't agree with everything he says. A lot of stuff he says. He's kind of a jerk. That's all fair. Okay, guys. But the thing you
Yeah,
can't take away from these guys is when they're good, they're good. I can't sit there. You can't sit there. You got to separate art from the artist, right? Like,
yeah.
it might not agree. Aaron might be a not a great guy, but he is a really good quarterback. So, Hall of Famer,
I
all
think
time legend. You
I
know what
think
I
he
mean?
I think he calmed down after he's really cut his time down on Pat McAfee, and it's been good.
I
I
think the
agree.
best thing for him is he got married
That
and
was
him and
the
his
whole
wife
Pat
met.
McAfee thing
Kind
where
of.
he was on there every week was awful.
I think he got perspective of like, hey, I'm gonna have fun with this, and you gotta love when a guy's just playing for the love of the game. It's kind of nice to see.
Yeah. Well, what I notice now though, when he's on Pat McAfee shots, he's not. He's actually kind of back to just joking around.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
doesn't
No, I agree.
really.
I agree.
I think he's stopped. Like he'll attack the media when he needs to.
But he's not too
I think
crazy.
he.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he realized like.
Well,
I
he
hope
said
he
he doesn't want to
realized
be
like
like a
image
social.
wise, you were not helping yourself.
Well, I think he realized too. He said he doesn't want to be like a social media dude. He's like, I realized that's not my thing. Like I tried it, and I didn't
Eh,
like it. That's what he said.
I
That's what he
don't
said.
believe him, but sure.
That's what he said.
Then why do you keep going on Pat McAfee? I'm just saying.
Drew, yeah, because that is a very
I don't
popular
want to be in
show.
the limelight, but I'm gonna do it anyways.
The Ravens are the Ravens though, man. Their moves. I like Trey Hendrickson's a good player. I don't have a problem with that. He's got motivation too. He does. I'm sure he wants to crap on the Bengals. Even though I will give the Bengals this, they did not wrong him. He just honestly looks like he didn't want to be there. To be quite frank.
Well, I don't think any. If you see the NFLPA grades, I don't think.
Yeah, dude, they're still got to walk to their practice field, which is crazy. It's kind of wild.
I mean, Carolina used to have to too. You know, it's just sometimes that's how they don't have a lot of space down there
Yeah.
on the river. So, well, so what I was gonna say though too is I think so. The Ravens, like again, this is where like I've always said, sometimes free agency it makes you have to do things you don't want to do, right?
Yeah.
Which is like pay Trey Hendrickson $100 million.
Well, I'll also
As
say
a
like we need to be fair. Like, give them a chance. They've done what I like is they put depth at their guard positions now, and now it's going to be actually like the best player is going to play, right? Yes, they overpaid a little bit for John Simpson, I think, but he is still like as this is how bad the guards were last year. He's a lot better than the guys you had, okay? Because they were a mess. Playing it.
They're still on fine, just saying.
Yeah. And then we're Giants ain't signed Falele, are they? Yeah. I wonder why. I hope he has like a redemption arc, man. I'm not a hater. I hope the guy does well. But back to Pittsburgh, like Gainwell was a big loss, but I like they got Pittman. I love that with Metcalf because now Metcalf works better. So you have the deep threat with the guy that gets first downs and makes tough catches. And like you said, if they bring Aaron back, I don't know, man. They look a lot better than
Well, I
right now.
don't see. Here's the thing, though. Aaron ain't. For how good Aaron is, I'm not so sure he can win you a Super Bowl at this. Like, their defense has to play
Oh
lights
no, well
out.
that's why I like the signing of Brisker's not bad. On that defense, if they let him run around, they got a lot of pieces that can move. We'll see. I mean, it's all on paper, and you know how that goes, Tom. Remember when the Redskins signed, and they were the Redskins at the time. I usually say Commanders, but they were
I
Redskins at
still
the time.
call.
They were the Redskins at the time. They got all those free Bruce Smith and oh look at this team, and then they were terrible because it's camaraderie in football. So we gotta see how it goes.
Yeah.
That's why with the
I mean,
Ravens.
I do think I agree with you. Pittsburgh did kind of what Green Bay did. They spend when they need to, right?
Yep.
And even like Patrick Queen, I don't think Patrick Queen was ever a bad move by him.
No. Everyone
Because
keeps giving
they
them.
they have Wilson and stuff. I think their problem is like what hurts them is they never like when TJ Watt gets hurt. When TJ Watt gets hurt, they have such a problem on that defense. And now he's really aged.
Ravens
and
fans
it's
got to
like,
let that go. He's played decent for them. If you're gonna really roast him for getting burnt by a 5'9" receiver on a play where the quarterback like slid between 300-pound dudes, look, that is not his fault. So,
oh no.
and he was right next to him. To be fair, I mean, it was a good
That was
throw.
just a hell of the end of the game, man. That's all it was.
Yep.
And it was fun. I loved it.
That was a good game.
Those teams were like, dude, we're trying to get in the playoffs, man.
That was a fun game. Even Tyler Luke's miss, dude. You know what made me laugh about that miss? I remember when I was watching it, you could tell he was gonna miss that kick. I ain't trying to go to revision. So he was looking down the whole time. I was like, he's not making this kick. He will not look up. The man is so like, he got a little tense. It's okay. He's a young kicker. He'll come back.
It was a big moment for a young guy, right? Like
We forgot.
Pittsburgh.
We forgot to mention the greatest signing of the offseason. The Giants got Jordan Stout, legends. They got the real legend. Listen.
Has been averaging worse and worse yards per punt every year.
Hey, he played his best this year. Listen, look, I wouldn't pay that much for a punter though. That's kind of crazy, but yeah.
Hey. You know what? Honestly, look, Daniel Whelan on the Packers. That guy's a weapon. I wish Green Bay would use it more.
Hey,
like,
he played. Hey,
honestly,
Stout played really.
Trust him to pin guys deep.
Stout played really well at the end of that. Big in the playoffs for us. I mean, not playoffs, in the end of the season. He was making big punts. I can't hate on him. So, hey, get the bag, big fella.
My uncle was saying, he was trying to kind of get into it. He's like, well, he's like, all these guys have kind of men. I'm like, yeah, but you know what? Finding a good punter's hard.
Yeah.
Like, everyone says they're a dime a dozen. Well, then why are there only 32 that, and honestly, 20 of them are any good?
Look, it took the Ravens a while to get someone after Sam Cox retired.
Yeah. No, exactly. I mean, look, and even the same with, look, kickers aren't a dime a dozen, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's like, look at Brandon McManus, man. Like, that's the best Green Bay's done since Crosby got,
we'll wrap it all up. Right, we'll like go over all the teams real quick. We've been talking about it. Anybody? You think anybody's done the best so far that you've seen? I know it's all on paper, but who are you really?
I mean, you know me in the off season, man. I hate when people are off season champs. Like, yes, congrats, you spent a lot of money because you had it because your team sucked ass. I actually do like all of it.
Oh, and I forgot.
Seriously, I think Vegas made a lot of moves to go get Fernando Mendoza, and then I think they're going to take Fano, the tackle out of Utah. They should be much better than last year. They'll be competent, which I hope they are, because Ashton Genty could be a beast.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Right?
I think he got a bad rap this year.
I also want to see the NFL needs the Raiders to be good.
Yep.
Like, it's so sad when they're just like this bottom feeder.
I agree.
Because they're always the late game. I get tired of watching this trash all the time.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Also, I forgot to mention, Lamar restructured, saved us a lot of money, and I get the deal on both sides. It's kind of like you got 2 years to, like, he wants to see how we're gonna build. We gave us the cap room, the team. I guess he'll sign if we're doing okay. If we're not, he'll leave. I mean, it works out for everybody, right? So we'll see what happens.
Was he gonna go to John Harbaugh?
Because it's 3 teams. It's 3 years, but you know how it goes. The first 2's really it. Because then the third one.
Josh, I want to play a off-season hypothetical.
Go ahead.
Right here. I actually I don't think the other guy would be worth it.
What?
Because I don't think he's better. What? I think he's less clutch, but I'd be curious if a change of scenery might change his outcome.
What?
Justin Herbert for Lamar, and Baltimore gets picks back.
Oh, Jesus! I mean, he is younger. Not by a lot, though. Not by a lot. I think
he had a different seriously, like, the Chargers never, dude, this guy's never had legitimate protection.
I mean, going to the Ravens is crazy for protection, though. I'm a little scared for that. Well, you might just be going to another hornet's nest. I don't know, bro. You can't move like.
I'd just be curious, because I feel like he's gonna have a Phillip Rivers and also Dan Fouts arc, where it's like, dude, this guy puts up all these numbers, but it doesn't matter because in the playoffs, his teams suck, and also he's gonna be trash too. So.
I don't Tom's the only person I've ever seen on any social media, anything give Lamar any kind of clutch credit, which is crazy, because the worst thing Lamar did was have 2 bad games when he was real young, because everybody just brings them up, even though context matters, guys. If you watch those games,
it doesn't help when Andrews tips the ball up in the air.
I don't want to. I hate harping.
When Derrick Henry just runs scot-free.
I hate to harp on that game, but I feel like no one ever watched that game, because literally they were driving down at the beginning of the 2019 game, about to score, and Mark Andrews, I get it, it's a little high, but if that's your big time tight end, you gotta catch that ball. I don't know what to tell
Gosh,
you.
Gronk catches that ball.
Kelsey catches that ball. Gonzalez
Yep.
catches that ball. Likely definitely catches that ball.
Dude, you know who else? You know who else catches that ball?
Ricard catches that. I mean,
B.J.
stop.
Jackson.
Mark Chimera for the touchdown, baby. He was my guy. I love that guy. What a legend. Big timer.
Yeah.
Bubba Franks. Bubba Franks town. That's the best Packer tight end. We love Bubba.
Dude, he's so slow, but man, he caught everything.
He went to Bubba. he was clutch.
He was a beast. He had really good hands.
Yes, yeah.
So,
Or Mercedes Lewis. What a legend. Listen, all hands team. Let's go. Jaguars legend.
right.
Packers legend. Bears now,
I don't
not
know
so
about
much.
Packers.
Not so much a
I don't know
legend on
about
Bears.
Packers legend. Dude, the Bears don't even like him. I don't know why they even have him,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
whatever.
He's a good locker room guy, though. He really is. But yeah, the Ravens, I think they'll be okay. That trade though, the thing with Lamar that's making me mad is we're acting like it was like 4 years ago when he threw for 41 touchdowns and 4 picks, guys, and acting like the line wasn't garbage. I'm like, we'll see. I'd be interested if he stays.
Josh, it's been bad for a while. Like, it's not. I think. And honestly, I think they've made some improvements. I really like the guy Emory Jones they drafted. He was hurt.
Oh, I think they're trying this year.
Rosengarten's a good tackle. It's just hard when you have like like honestly, I bet you PFF rated Falele 50 out of 32. You think there's like 32 starting guards, and he's probably ranked 50.
Oh, dude,
that's how bad he was.
I think they should.
Like,
I will say this: I would not be mad at that trade just because I feel like both teams would. Like you said, new spots for both guys. I think it would help. I think that would be a very fair trade. I don't think anyone's getting screwed over with that.
Well, I think the Ravens get picks back too, right? So you continue to build, but also then like the Chargers. I think the Chargers are a little more. I mean, I think the Ravens are in win now mode too.
No, but you nailed it.
Right?
I know what you're gonna say. You nailed it. Lamar's getting there where you want to try to maximize his chance to win, and I think it helps him with that. Yes, I agree.
And that contract is hard to do that with. I don't care. All they're doing is kicking a can down the road.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, sure, you want to pay the price down the road to try to win now, sure. But I also again, you signed Trey Hendrickson's old.
And I will completely be a fanboy like you are.
What happens in that contract, Josh? DaCosta, what happens when that shit flops and then you see Max Crosby? Do the Ravens and the Raiders play this year again?
No, they don't play this year.
Hey, dude, I want to circle that game.
Yes,
because, dude,
yes.
I'm telling you, Crosby may murder someone.
Yes, and we're gonna completely, we're gonna see the ramifications of this in a couple of years, but to be completely honest with you, and I completely am fanboying like you do for Favre and Rodgers, because unfortunately my team's only had 2 good quarterbacks, and one of them, as much as I love Flacco, is just like, I don't know if he's gonna be a Hall of Famer, probably not. I think he's very borderline, but Lamar's got he's almost guaranteed in. If he has like 3 more good seasons, he's gonna unanimous, and if he ever wins a Super Bowl, it's pretty much done. But Lamar, a fanboy for him, because in the beginning of this, and I watched him, they didn't do much for him. Okay, they kind of did the Michael Vick thing where it's the guy can run, so we're gonna fucking give him terrible weapons and just act like we're trying to help him. They didn't maximize when you could have maximized it. And that's what makes me upset with the Ravens. Is offensively, I'm saying. Defense was pretty good. Still wasn't great, though. I'm not going to lie. They didn't do... Most teams, when you have a young quarterback, you get a lot of weapons for them when they're young. They didn't do that. The Ravens... Even the Bills did that. They had Stephon when he's a lot better. He's old now, but... And a lot of other weapons. The Ravens had... Can you even name them? I can name them just because they... because I watched them. It's not fair. Seth Roberts, Miles Boykin... Stop me when any of these guys are in the league anymore. Okay, guys. What happened to Gus Edwards, who I love? I love Gus Edwards. He literally was out of the league in 2 years after he left the Ravens because Lamar's not running the read option with him. He was a undrafted player or 7th round pick. He was, guys. That was my issue with the Ravens. And then now it's all this money he's getting. I'm like, okay, well he gave you a chance. You didn't do it when you had a chance. Even in that 2023 team, I'm like, guys, Odell Beckham, like, what the fuck are we doing? Anyway.
Yeah, and old Odell.
Yes.
Yeah, no, Chach, you got it. Like, the Ravens have always struggled
very
in
weird.
Their franchise history in general with, drafting weapons, right? They do well with tight ends. They really struggle with, receivers.
Travis
They
Taylor.
just cannot get it right. That's why they always do trades in free agency, right? A la T.O. They tried. Like, I remember that. God, I remember. You brought back a memory. Like,
Dude, he
the
was
Ravens
so.
just struggle with.
I wasn't even mad at T.O. because T.O. was just straight up, I'm not playing with Kyle Bowler, basically. I was like, yo, he's funny.
But, you know what, though? They might have won a Super Bowl with that team because
Yes.
the Ravens defense would have been so good and they could beat up Tom Brady.
That 06 team was crazy, bro. I can't even hate. I'm so sad they lost. They held that man to 15 points. Anyway, yeah, guys, off season's crazy. Off season's been crazy. Kyler Murray, congratulations, you're probably gonna start for the Minnesota Vikings. Yeah.
I hope they don't release COD anytime soon.
Right. I love all the memes that are coming out with like a little dude in their locker room to AI with McCarthy yelling at him as 9.
Yeah, dude, I'm that dude.
It's pretty funny.
It's a great era of social media for sports, that's for sure.
Okay. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be back after the draft. We'll give you our that'll be the third off-season thing. We'll tell you how everybody did, or we'll do one before it too. We'll figure that out. Likes as always, appreciate subscribing for content, and as always, Tom.
Roll Tide, anchor down.
Anchor down, baby. Go Vandy. Let's go, Vandy for the win. Bye.